collapse. You're going to swallow it. I know, it's horrible.
Bridget is 19, but she's cared for at home in Stanmore by her mum, Karen Buck. When pregnant, she was prescribed a high dosage of the drug, sodium valproate. She has epilepsy, and the pills were meant to control the seizures, but the powerful chemicals that protected her health damaged her daughter's.
I popped these tablets into my system 6 months down the line and turn around and say to me, what do you want to do? You want to have an abortion, you're carrying a spina bifida baby.
Like many other women, Karen had no idea it was linked to her medication. Now, 20,000 children in the UK are believed to have fetal valproate syndrome. They can have both mental and physical disabilities after being exposed to the powerful drug in the womb.
These children have an increased risk of cleft palate, and these children are more prone to spina bifida or neural tube defect.
The risks of taking the drug in pregnancy have been known since the 70s. The government regulates what information's given to patients, and it chose not to reveal this. But in a statement it told us that at the time, according to clinical practice, it was for the doctor to decide how much information a patient was given about their medicine. Since then, the need for patients to be fully informed about their medication has been underpinned by legislation. Yet many women say they still aren't aware of the risks, particularly alarming in light of new findings.
Whilst researching this film, we spoke to several families who suspect that sodium valproate is somehow not just harming their children, but their grandchildren too. Until now, those suspicions have not been deemed credible. But we've obtained the results of a major scientific project in South Korea, which actually supports the idea that the drug can harm successive generations.
The study found autistic-like behaviour in the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of mice that were injected with sodium valproate while pregnant.
That was the first bit of evidence that we had in any species that potentially this can be carried on to the next generation. This is something now that needs to be looked at as quickly as possible to give families some reassurance.
3 generations of one family. They believe the drug has affected them all. Sue Jenkinson was prescribed it decades ago. Her daughters have fetal valproate syndrome, and although they didn't take the drug in pregnancy, they believe their children have inherited the condition.
I do think my grandkids have been affected by it. I've had my worry with my kids growing up. I've got the worry again with my grandkids. How long is it going to go on for? It's not fair at all. It's not fair. It's so wrong. So many people's lives have been affected and ruined.
Campaigners want the government to pay compensation, and they believe this new evidence makes their case for support even stronger.
We are in a good dialogue. The Minister, Lord O'Shaughnessy, appears to have taken this very seriously, is willing to engage with us. He appears to be completely conscious of the need to stop this scandal continuing.
But it could be too late for Bridget. Her health is deteriorating, and she could have only months left after a life of suffering caused by something that was supposed to keep her mother alive.